Hey guys, I wanted to do something a little bit different today. So for those of you that are familiar with the channel, a lot of the things that I post are about, personal development and growth, performance hacks, business and entrepreneurship, and just the podcast episodes as well, and reflection of the tools and techniques and things that have helped me to grow and become a better person. And for those of you that are familiar, and as you can see behind me, I'm a big fan of reading, and it was a monumental part of the shift in my mindset that helped me to get to where I am now. And I read every day, almost without fail, and it's physical books, always physical books. So what I thought would be interesting, because I am definitely a proponent of getting outside your comfort zone and challenging yourself and doing things in different ways to see if there's newfound benefits from doing it in those ways. And off the back of that, I decided to purchase Kindle. So I've never been interested in reading on screens, purely because I thought I spend enough of my time on devices, working on computers all day, and then looking at a phone, as well. The last thing I wanted was to consume my information from books in a digital format. But I wasn't aware, because I had no interest. I didn't realize that the Kindle and e-readers like Kobos as well are what's known as e-ink technology, and it's a different type of screen. So once I found this out from a friend, I thought I'd have a look into it and see. So naturally I've ordered one, and I thought it would be fun to unbox it with you guys. I've tried to find a couple of videos, and haven't seen any yet about unboxing. This is the new Generation 11 Kindle Paperwhite. I got the 8 gig. Two reasons: one, I don't think I'm ever going to fill up 32 gig of books, and two, the 8 gig was available sooner than waiting, so I was intrigued to get it. So I've got it with me, and I'm going to open it up and do the unboxing with you guys. So let's get into it. All right, so hopefully this angle is good for you guys. You can see, as I said, I've purchased the new Kindle Paperwhite. This is new for 2021. It's a Generation 11, but I also hear some people refer to it as the Kindle 5. This, the Paperwhite, didn't really feel the need for the buttons on the Oasis. This is a streamlined design, so I kind of like that. And as I said, I got the 8 gig model. So it's only just come out, and I was patient. I thought I'd wait and get the new one rather than get the previous generation. Main differences with this model is basically it has a warm light on the Paperwhite, which apparently it didn't have prior to this, and they've also upped the battery life, the number of LEDs on the screen for brightness, for reading at night as well, and this is USB-C charging. So I finally stepped away from that horrible micro USB format. So let's have a look. Okay. Oh, different. Interesting. So a lot of the other, I think that's all that's in the box. A lot of the other videos I've watched, there's like more of a Kindle branded packaging, whereas this one very much is just the Amazon branding. So this is very cool. Oh yeah, okay, so there you go. There's the Kindle branding that I was talking about. Very nice. Looks like they've made a point to show the quality of the packaging. Now, naturally, like, I'm just assuming this, but they say that it's more environmentally friendly packaging because it's recycled and whatnot, and whether it is or not, it's hard to tell, but the way that they've made it look like that sort of rustic type cardboard feel gives that impression, absolutely. So it looks like inside here, I imagine, is the charging cable. And what else do we have in here? Yep, so the usual, just some documentation around the device itself. And yes, as you can see, USB-C, finally. Logical choice. Thank you, Amazon and Kindle, for making the right decision with that. All right, so this looks pretty nice. I got to admit, like that's a huge step up. That's actually one thing I failed to mention previously, was the screen size. So on the old Kindles, it was a 6-inch screen, whereas this here is a 6.8-inch screen, corner to corner. That was one of the things that also had me waiting for this model Kindle. Now, I'm not a huge man, but as you can see, like, this fits in my hand quite comfortably. And the old Kindle to me felt like a toy. When I went and looked at it, I didn't like the idea. Like, for context, right, I read, here's like Freakonomics, right? For comparison, see the difference in the size. Now, for me, this is a fairly standard sort of paperback, and I like it. It's a good size. It's not too small. You know, you can read through. The words are reasonably, spaced apart. Good sizing on the print. So I had reservations when it came to the size of the Kindle screen. I didn't like how tiny it was. I know people talk about portability and all that, but to me, I want to be able to read the thing. I don't want such a small screen. So this is a massive step in the right direction as far as I'm concerned. And initial thoughts on this is that's a perfect size. So let's open this up and have a look. Yeah, that's a really nice feel. So on the back, you can see the I'm not sure if you catch that, the little Amazon smile logo. I kind of like that too, the fact that they've removed the big branding. Like, you know what it means and it stands for, but it's nice to just be subtle. It's a nicer touch. It has a very nice feel to it. The plastic has a smoothness. I'm impressed. The screen itself looks kind of space well too. I like that there's still the bezels on the side to hold it, and that doesn't feel uncomfortable, and I don't feel like I'm going to accidentally, switch pages by holding it. So that's actually, I dig that a lot. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I like it. Good size. Like, it's heavier than I thought it would be, but obviously it's still much lighter than a book, so I don't see any concern about holding it for a long period of time. And personally, I prefer a little bit of weight to it because I like it to feel substantial. If it feels too little, maybe maybe that's just because, like, I'm a man and I'm not a fan of holding something so light that I might break it. But I do appreciate that it feels like substantial. So let's turn it on and see what happens from here. As you can see on the bottom, you've got, nothing's changed there. You've got the USB-C port and also the on switch, and that's pretty much it. Minimal. That's all you really need. So let's see what happens here. Turn this on. You have the Kindle standard sort of screen as you start, with the person reading under the tree, which is kind of cool. It's nice. I feel like the ones that when you look in the shop, I don't know if it's the way the lighting is set up, but they don't give a true feel of that whole Paperwhite experience. I was a bit concerned that it might not have that feel, but looking at this one straight away, it absolutely looks like a piece of paper. It's very impressive. As I say, this is my first Kindle, so starting with the newest model, I think I've timed it well. This looks very cool. So I'm going to choose my language. Region-wise, let's go with UK. I'm based in Australia, so we predominantly use UK English, but it's pretty interchangeable between US and UK here. And let's see how fast this is. So a lot of videos I've watched, this process here is very slow, but they claim that the speeds are 20% faster. There's a better processor on this Kindle, and it looks to be moving quickly, which is cool. So that's promising as well. Greater page turn speed and just reaction time. Some of the initial thoughts, especially from other videos I've seen, and also myself when I watch the videos, is when you're so used to high-powered devices with incredible processing power, and you watch the Kindle sort of take its time and flash and hesitate when you do things, it feels like something's wrong with it, or it's a dated technology, but it's really just a different technology, so there's no concern in that space at all. So let's see how we go. If it's gonna hold on this now. I reckon it's gonna sit there and wait for a while, so we'll see. There we go. All right, set up. Okay, so it looks like I can set up on the Kindle, set up with my phone. So I have the Kindle app prior to this on my phone I've put on, but naturally I'm filming on my phone, so that might not work at this point. So let's go. I'm gonna pause the video, set this up, and I'll come back with the next sort of step along the way to show you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. So I tried setting it up using the Kindle app on my phone, and it looks like it's through Bluetooth, and both times it took a little while and failed. So I was trying to use that technology to do it, but ultimately I went back and I just went through the process manually of putting in my Wi-Fi password in my Amazon account, and it was much faster anyway. So I'm not sure if that was just that I wasn't doing it right, or it was done, it wasn't working, but ultimately I'm through the process, and it's asking me a few more things. And I gotta say, based on some of the videos that I've watched where when you type and there's a delay, it's fantastic so far. The speed when I was typing in the password was obviously not as dynamic as like an iPhone, but well and truly, from as I said, this is my first Kindle, but watching other videos and the reactions, this is not cumbersome or tedious or frustrating. So I'm very impressed so far with how quick this device is actually responding. So it's asking about now signing in for Goodreads. I had a Goodreads account, but I felt like I spent too much time mucking on Goodreads when I could be reading, so I'm not interested in that. So let's see if it's going to bring in the books I already have. I purchased a couple of Kindle books just to begin with. Okay, so it looks like it's asking me if I want to join Kindle Unlimited. Not interested right now, so worry about that later. And it looks like it's updating settings and the home screen and whatnot. So yeah, so there we go. So I've got a couple of books there. Just a quick few that I've grabbed real quick off Amazon. Yeah, looks reasonable. The speed's not bad, right? The screen's nice to touch. It's kind of cool. It feels almost, I don't know if it's plastic or glass, but it's got like a very sort of matte feel to it, if that makes sense. So let's just go into this book. I bought a couple of books and started reading it on my phone, and yeah, it's not a great experience. Naturally, I hear a lot of people talk about this device and it having a backlight. Now, from what I understand, it doesn't have a backlight, it has a front light. So I imagine if I understand correctly, it's likely that there's LEDs that sit around the frame that shine onto the screen or across the screen, so it lights it up so you can see it. So the difference being, with a phone, the backlight comes right at your eyes. So with this, the light's meant to be less harsh on your eyes because it's not aimed at your eyes, it's across what you're looking at. So it looks like it's downloaded my book. So let's see and have a look at the page, and it's opening now. That's it, right? Yeah, okay, so it's just giving some instructions. Yeah, pretty, I feel like it's very much intuitive anyway. So impression is, that's exceptional. Like that, I don't know if the video does it justice, but the text, yeah, bang on. Looks like I'm looking at a piece of paper that's been slid inside a device. I'm very happy with that purchase. That's brilliant. And I know there's a lot of settings and features and things to play with. I don't really want to go through all that with you guys today. I'm not sure if you're interested or not. Mainly, I wanted to show you what it looks like, give you an idea of the sizing, the feel of the device, dimensions, I guess, as I say, in comparison. Let's go. So there's a hardcover book, right, to give you perspective. So you can see it's a much different size, but this is a little bigger than a sort of standard kind of paperback that I'm familiar with. But this is a great size. By no means is this too small or too big. I feel like they've got it just right. Like, you can see it fits in my hand comfortably. It's not a strain to hold it like this. Even if I was reading like this, yeah, absolutely very well thought out and designed. the thinner bezels are great because, as I say, you get more screen size, you know, to read on, and that real estate is important. You know, like for me personally, I almost felt like that old 6-inch Kindle Paperwhite felt like a toy. It felt like a product that wasn't finished being developed yet, if that makes sense. And this definitely feels like a, you know, like a high quality product. It feels like a little mini tablet. Yeah, very impressed. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you like, you can see, look how quick that changes. That's incredible, right? So much better. Look at that, bang, 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 beautiful. So yeah, I dig it. I think it's a great purchase. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in, and I might do a review after a few months of using it and my experience reading on an e-reader. And there wasn't any cases available. I actually got this in store because there was such a delay in shipping. So I went and picked it up in store, and they didn't have any cases in yet. So I'll get a case and maybe do a review on a case later and see what the thoughts are around that. But so far so good. I'm very impressed. Let me know if you are going to purchase the new Paperwhite, if this has made you more interested or less interested in the new Amazon Generation 11 Kindle Paperwhite 8 gig for 2021. Yeah, I'd love to see what you guys think, and hopefully there was some value in the video and you like it. And I know I'm very impressed, and I'm gonna go read some of my book. All right guys, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.